This model of the heart will start going through and follow the blood flow through the heart, identifying structures along the way. And I'll come back to the coronary circulation at the end. So to start with, if we move and look at the right side a little bit, we'll notice we have the superior vena cava and the inferior vena cava located here. That is going to return blood into the right atria, which is under this right auricle. So if you open that up, this is the right atria now. Now inside the right atria, we're going to have what would be a remnant of a fetal structure known as the fossa ovalis. The foramen ovale was the fetal structure, but in adults it should be the fossa ovalis, which is going to be just an indent going through. Now going from the right atria down into the right ventricle, we're going to notice that inside the right ventricle, we had to pass through a valve. This is the right atrioventricular valve, also known as the tricuspid valve. Now you can be able to see that that right atrioventricular valve, or that tricuspid valve, is being held in place by these structures called chordae tendineae. They're coming right down into these papillae muscles. Now from the right ventricle here, the blood will pass up into this pulmonary trunk or pulmonary artery. It'll pass by the pulmonary valve you see right here. Once it goes into the pulmonary trunk or pulmonary artery, it'll split to the right and left pulmonary arteries. They'll be heading towards the lungs. From the lungs, you'll then come back in on the left side of the heart. You can see the left pulmonary veins here, and there will be right pulmonary veins on the other side. So if we turn over there, we'll see the right pulmonary veins right here. But it's coming into the left atria, which is under this left auricle. So open that up. This is your left atria. Now, left atria, we now are the oxygen-rich blood, hence why these are red. That will then go into the left atria, to the left ventricle. It'll pass through this valve here, which is the left atrioventricular valve, also known as the mitral valve, also known as the bicuspid valve. All three names are the same thing. Anchored in place again by the chordae tendineae and down to the papillae muscles. So this is your left ventricle now. The blood leaves here by going up into this structure inside here. That is going to be the aortic valve going up into the aortic trunk itself. Now the aorta itself up here is going to have three branches heading off superiorly. We'll start with the brachiocephalic artery, or the brachiocephalic trunk. That will then bifurcate into these two, the right subclavian artery and the right common carotid artery. The second branch off the aorta is the left common carotid artery, and then the third branch is the left subclavian artery here. We'll also notice right here, this structure is the ligamentum arteriosum. It's again a remnant of a fetal structure that was in the fetal structure, the ductus arteriosus. All right, now let's move back to the coronary circulation. When we start looking at the coronary circulation, you're going to notice that coming right down here, this vessel right here, that is going to be your left coronary artery. The left coronary artery comes down, and you can see it branches right here. As it continues down the middle, that is referred to as the anterior interventricular artery, because it's down the interventricular septum. If you open up both of the ventricles here, this space in between is the interventricular septum, which means that this artery coming down, the red one, is the interventricular artery. Then if we start wrapping around the heart, this is the circumflex artery coming around. So this red one is the circumflex artery. If we're looking on the right side of the heart over here, we're going to notice this is the right coronary artery coming down. So the right coronary artery coming down. Now for the venous aspect of the heart, we're going to have the great cardiac vein running right in here. And that great cardiac vein is going to kind of wrap around. Now as it wraps around the posterior side, what's going to be happening here is, on the posterior side, that comes all the way down to the coronary sinus down here. So on the posterior side, kind of underneath the heart, is the coronary sinus. You're also going to have on the posterior side the middle cardiac vein. Now that's coming up from the middle underneath, coming up into the coronary sinus as well. So a little bit of what we have for the coronary aspect here, as well as the whole circulation of the heart. So blood flow through the heart, structure of the heart, and a little bit of coronary circulation.